Hello Chipsters, it's Gav and welcome to another one of my videos. Today we're catching up on my 6mm Normandy 1944 project. So I've got some of the support weapons done, so we're looking at Piat anti-tank, bazookas, whatever you want to call it, Bren guns and 2-inch mortars. So again, I've put them on some scenic bases just because I enjoy doing it. Got a bit of a tree stump there, and looking, I'm going to have to look through the viewfinder. What have we got there, Gav? We've got a Bren gun, some coiled wire, obviously to represent some barbed wire, a bit of a stake there. Now what I've done with my trees on these, if you remember last time, I make them out of blue foam, just carve different fir tree shapes, only small ones. I say to have some pucker like 60-70 foot tree, it'd be a bit silly on these bases, so I just keep them small. It just, just adds a bit to the base. But what I did was, I don't use static grass on these, I use the woodland scenics. I think it's mulched up, that it's the stuff that they make the bushes and shrubs out of, but they make it into coarse turf, I think they call it, or something like that. But what I did was I stuck it to the blue foam this time, and it's worked a lot better. It does give it a nice like foliagey type of thing, shape to it. So we've got another Bren gun there. A lot of the buildings in Normandy, especially the older ones, are like this honey coloured stone effect. This is a Piat. It had to be fired, I think I said before, lying down, because of the kick on it. It couldn't be fired like the Panzerfaust or the bazooka. And a lot of these, they're not, I'm not saying that they're ruined, they're literally old ruins before the war came, if that makes sense. Some of them are, like this one here. We've got a bit of rubble and a few bits of wood there. Again, it's just to show you. I mean, I could have gone to town and put some fill around the actual base itself, because it's raised, as you can see. I didn't think that far ahead to be not fair. And that's a 2-inch mortar firing from behind cover. Another 2-inch mortar, I think. Yep. And again, sometimes I stick the foam together just to make odd shapes of like there's clumps of small trees. And I paint over the grass tufts, by the way, not tufts, but the woodland scenic stuff. I mean, you could just put it down as itself, but I like to put 2 or 3 dry brushes of different greens on, make them stand out a bit. This is actually the tree stump there is a cotton bud. Obviously they're all made of like compressed cardboard or fibre or whatever that is now, rather than plastic. And this is the end. It didn't we can just say it's an ivy covered stump. That wasn't the best idea, but you got to try different things. Another Bren gun. I haven't put any craters on there. I didn't have enough putty around at the time, and I didn't want to break into a new tube. I just use offcuts if I'm using it on different stuff, which is why some of this takes a bit of time. I just try and save the money, and if I've got a bit of putty, I'll go, oh, I've got some bases there, I'll put some shell craters in or something. Again, just some random scatter of rubble, really. You can see say either it's been there for the last 100 years, or yes, it's been knocked down in the fighting around Normandy. Again, just random. I don't want to go, these are 6mm, I don't want to go over the top and lose the figures amongst everything, so I'll try and just add a few bits to make it look something like. And again, we've got another 2-inch firing from behind cover. And the last one. And again, thicknesses of walls and stuff, and obviously that one's leaning. It's only because it was quite weak, blue foam. Another Bren gun, bit of wire again, a few bits of wood. But it's for me, it's good enough. It brings them up a level. There's something a bit a bit more than just some figures stuck down. So that's my 6mm. The terraced houses, which I'm still working on the same ones, they actually got primed yesterday. However, obviously they've all got to be painted, and I've got to put a bit of filler in a couple of places as well. So that's probably going to be at least a week and a half away. So it's taken me how long just to do one lot of actual terraced houses, but I'm in no rush. As I say, I'll just do them as I fancy doing things, just like all the other projects I've got. There'll be some photographs at the end, just one of each base, and I thank you very much for stopping by and taking a look. As I say, we've got the terraced houses to come. I have got another small amount of infantry painted and based and sanded. They just haven't had this. I just think this green woodland scenics coarse turf, I think it is, it works a lot better than static grass at this scale, and it's a lot easier to work with as well. As I say, you can put your sand down and then this on top of the sand, and obviously it will cover where it didn't cover the other one I showed you, because it was in amongst the rubble and stuff. You can put it around the edges of your bases, and it helps cover them up a bit. So but yeah, these little trees, they're just blue foam, obviously PVA'd, and then they have the same scatter put over them, and then all at once I paint them. I try and obviously paint them a bit different, darker than the turf itself. And I say the turf has got about, again, I always use watered down PVA to seal the sand and seal the grass before I paint it. Just helps soak up, it doesn't soak up so much paint, and that means obviously you make a saving there as well. So, and then I'll give it one base coat and then a couple of highlights of some quite bright green, because obviously it's got to stand out a bit. So thank you very much. As I say, we've got those that are already stuck down. I've still got probably some, well, I've got all the small amount of vehicles, the 6-pounders, they've all got to be done, and there's a few odds and sods in the bag still of infantry of some description I've got to paint, put down and paint and everything. And then we're on to the Germans. That'll be the 2 companies done. Whether the 2 companies, the vehicle wise, would I have looked back now? Would I have bought these probably as separate infantry units? I might have done, just because I don't know if like the vehicles. I don't know. I don't think I need particularly what a company of vehicles was supposed to be in the order of battle for an infantry company or a battalion, because I'll just mix and match, because a lot of them won't be on the table anyway. So I would have probably bought them separately when I look back now, rather than the 2 company deal. But that's for other people to decide what you want to do with. So anyway, more 6mm will be coming up. Once I've finally got that terraced house out of the way, I need to make another couple of terraces. If they take as long as the other ones, it could be in for a while. Some separate buildings need being made, like farmhouses and stuff like that. I might buy them, I might make them. As I say, with all my projects, I quite enjoy doing all the scratch building and the making of them. It's part of your stuff then, if that makes sense. It's like nobody else has got that. They probably wouldn't want it either, but you know what I mean. It's my little ideas, so I'll probably still forge ahead with the scratch building of the different buildings and things. So thank you very much for stopping by. I hope that's been of enjoyment to some people. And as I say, the 6mm project rolls on, and I will be gaming these. It's not one of these drifting type things that will never see the light of day. It's just as and when I've got enough stuff that I think I'm ready to have a go, and then I'll get those O group rules at some stage. So I probably won't be gaming these before midsummer, maybe even late summer. I don't know yet. But as I say, I'm happy to just go along with the flow until it's at a stage where I'm ready to have a go, really. So thank you very much. And videos coming up, no idea really. I've got so much juggling at the moment. I've got some 28mm Bavarians that are waiting for a show and tell, not based or anything yet. I've still got about another 10 to do, something like that. I've got another 54mm figure for the Phil appreciation build to show you. I probably have another Old Tom appreciation build, which is 1 in 24 cars. They've got to have a go. I've got to finish the John McClane head for Die Hard. So there's lots of bits and pieces. We just literally put them all in a bag and dip your hand in, and what comes out is the next video. So look after yourselves, and we'll speak soon.